I'm too old to be scared that people will get mad at me. That being said, I still am terrified. I try to live my life in the kindest way possible, but people still get upset with me. And even if they don't get upset, I'm scared they will. I think I grew up in an environment that was rather unforgiving. I had to do a lot of bending over backwards for other people's emotions because they couldn't control their own anger, and I didn't want it directed toward me. But now my life isn't really like that. I'm still scared, though. How to not give less of a fuck. You said it yourself. Even if you're the kindest, most perfect person, people still get upset with you or won't like you. That realization alone should help you give less of a fuck. You can't win. You're not going to be everyone's favorite, no matter how hard you try. People's opinions of you are really none of your business anyway. I needed this today. Thanks. I feel you, as I had a similar upbringing. It's helped me by accepting damned if you do and damned if you don't principle. If they get upset with you by being kind, they have a problem. If they take your kindness for weakness, that's them being garbage human beings. If we are kind and generous, we are doing the right things, and we will affect the world to be better. Go with the flow of life and find contentment within yourself. To give less of a fuck is to realize that the opinions of others are but echoes in the canyon of your being. Let them reverberate, but do not let them build walls around you. You are the victim of childhood trauma. I find this woman's work to be helpful. //crappychildhoodfairy.com, crappychildhoodfairy.com. I wanted to comment it. Growing up in a hostile environment gives you CPTSD. Be your own judge. If you know you have been a good person and you're confident in that fact, fuck anyone else's opinion on the matter. You must have the utmost belief in your actions being right by your morals and values, and then no one can fuck with that. Hope this makes sense and gives some kind of help. Just remember that people will get upset with others when there's no reason to be because they've experienced their own trauma in the past. Whenever someone has a completely unnecessary reaction, like getting overly angry over something that no person in their right mind should get angry about, it is basically always because of something that happened to them when they were younger, and now they are getting triggered in the present. Remember that it's not your fault, and it's not their fault either, and that you always have the power to decide how you will react to someone. I wrote a little bit more about this in my free personal development newsletter, which you can read at heywiseguy.to, free now here. Also, freshlyheywiseguy.slash/Father's Alcoholic Now, this one, might help spark some new ways of thinking too. Let me know if you've got any further questions, and I hope things work out for you. You're being too hard on yourself for saying you're too old to be scared like that. Being scared of people getting upset with you is completely valid, and people at all stages of life experience that. You don't need to compound that difficult feeling with shame for feeling it. It might be easier to work through once you validate it and listen to nurture the part of yourself that feels this way. What happens next after they get mad at you? Read the book No More, Mr. Nice Guy. I realized I needed a doctor and meds. I rebuilt the way I was thinking for 2 years. I also realized my empathy was crippling my life. I learned how to be kind without sacrificing myself. I'm off meds now, living pretty good. I'm a better friend and family member for it. Like, I know that's right, because that mean I can't speak my opinion, and I ain't scared of nobody but the man upstairs.